Hi, everybody. Good evening. My name is Lori Cooper, and I am a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. And Michelle and Jeff have invited me to jump on here tonight and just share a little bit of my story and how Plexus came into my life and where I was before Plexus and now during Plexus. So, first thing off, I joined Plexus in April of 2013. I'm an RN, and at the time I was working home health. I worked a few years at the hospital, and if any of you know, working at, hey Jeff, working at the hospital, 12-hour shifts, just really did not work for my family. I have 4 kids, and when mom's not home, things just seem to go crazy. And so I was looking for something else, and the home health position opened up, and I applied for it, and I got it. I live in a very small town. It's Dexter, Missouri, and we have about 7,500 people in our town. So when this opportunity, the job opened up, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be perfect. And it was. When I got the position as a home health RN, I knew that I was going to have a flexible time frame now, and I was going to be home in the evenings with my kids, which was so important to me. I had benefits. I got a great raise. I had insurance. I mean, I didn't even couldn't even afford the insurance when I worked at the hospital. So I remember telling my mom, oh my goodness, this is the best job ever, and I am going to stay here forever. And that's really what I thought. And it was a great job. I worked with an incredible group of women, and learned a lot, learned so much. But over time in the healthcare field, everything started changing just little by little. More responsibility was put on us. I was driving hours every day, miles, just to get my work done. And then when I got home in the afternoon or evening, whatever time it was, I had to spend the evening charting. And I was exhausted, absolutely exhausted. We had to work 1 weekend a month on call, 1 evening every week on call. Literally, I'd work 14 days straight, had 6 days off a month, and I spent my Saturdays charting, catching up from the week, and my Sundays getting ready to go. And I was just absolutely exhausted. I didn't feel like cooking. I didn't feel like cleaning. I didn't feel like doing anything with my family. And it was go to work, go to church, come home, and just, that was it. That was my life. And even though I was at home with my kids, I really wasn't present because I was having to chart so much, and so we were always so far behind in work that I would have my face in the phone all night long, and they would come and ask me questions, and I would raise up, answer their question, and go back to work. I was not present. If we were at a ball game, my head was in the phone, trying to catch up on work. So that was a little bit of where I was at when Plexus found me. But I was not out there looking for network marketing. I didn't even know that existed at the time. I wasn't out there looking for another job. This is what I did. This is my life, and I had accepted it. And I think, God's plans are always so much greater than ours. He used a friend to introduce me to Plexus. And I was just standing in the office one day, and Thera, one of my really good friends that I trusted and I loved dearly, she came into work, and her eyes, like, she was just so excited. And she was like, oh my gosh, Lori, you just have to do this with me. And I just blurted out yes. I had no idea what she was talking about. I didn't know what I was getting myself into whatsoever. And so basically she pulls me in the back room, and she tells me what she had just found out. Her husband had found out about this company and was telling me all these stories that she heard, and she handed me this trial pack, and she goes, okay, you take this until you get your stuff in, and we can do this together. So I'm like, okay. And I remember walking out to the car that day thinking, oh my goodness, what have I got myself into? And what's my husband going to say about this? And so first off, I started taking the sample pack the very next day, and in the afternoon I noticed that I wasn't as tired as I usually, because usually I can't even stay awake trying to chart in the afternoon. So that was big for me. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this is crazy. And it was easy. That was a big thing for me because I was always on the go. It had to be something that was really easy. The next thing I noticed was I, no matter how hard I tried, I ended up at the Burger Kings, the McDonald's, the Sonics, all them places. I ended up there every single day. No matter how much I talked to myself before I left, I still ended up there for lunch and had put on a lot of weight, being in the car, trapped in my car all the time and sitting on the couch charting. Well, I noticed that I stopped wanting to go there. Like, I stopped wanting to go. I was going through my head at lunchtime thinking, where can I go get something to eat that's not, I didn't want any of that. Didn't want any of it. Didn't want sodas. I didn't want tea. I wanted water, which was crazy for me because I was not a water person. So the light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, okay, something's going on here. This stuff really works. All I've done is add it to my day and I'm feeling great. Let's talk about mood. That's another thing for me. Apparently, I guess I wasn't always in the best mood, my family shared with me. Plexus really changed that. I started having a really positive attitude. I was, just felt good. I felt really good and I got excited. And I went to a meeting to learn more about what Plexus was, about 20 miles down the road. And I sat in this room full of men and women, just like me. Anybody that you can imagine, just in that room with listening to these amazing testimonies, all kinds of things, just being able to get off medications, losing weight, feeling better, anxiety, depression, just all of these amazing stories. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. This is really something. And then I started hearing these financial testimonies, stay-at-home moms, worked at the license bureau, whatever it may be, that are making this incredible income in only just a few months with this company. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like the light bulb went off. That little spark that I had lost, like, come out. I was like, oh my gosh, like what if I could do this? And so I'm excited. I start sharing with my friends and my family about this amazing products and what they're doing for me. And apparently they were dealing with a lot of the same struggles, a lot of the same problems that I was dealing with, and we just hadn't really talked about it. And so they start taking it, and then I start seeing my friends and my family have the same results that I had, with weight loss, with getting off. I have a friend that was able to get off her insulin medication, which was absolutely incredible, and anxiety medication and depression medication and just so many crazy things that it helped them with. So I just knew that this worked. Proof is there. This absolutely worked. So this was April 2013. In June, I decided to go to the convention. Plexus was having their convention. I think it was just their second one, in New Orleans. And it was our anniversary. And I still don't know how I did this, but I talked my husband into taking me there. I dragged my daughter with me. She went with me, and we went to the convention to hear. I've already looked everything up on the internet. I was already in some Facebook groups. I was already seeing these amazing stories, but I wanted to find out more. That weekend totally blew my mind. I felt like I was at a church event the entire weekend. I cried from the time I got there to the time I left. It was the most amazing confirmation for me, that God had put this in my lap, and this is where I was supposed to be. And that was it. I told my husband, I said, I will not be a nurse by Christmas. And of course, his face turns completely ghost white. And he's like, whoa, 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 now, so you need to slow down. And I was like, I won't. I will not be a nurse by Christmas. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And this is going to change our lives forever. And so that's what I did. I came home and I started telling everybody that I didn't have a huge network at all. I was actually a very shy person, didn't have a huge social group whatsoever. And, I had told a few of my closest friends that already knew, like, wow, this is really great. This is great stuff. This is a great company. And luckily, my daughter jumped on board with me. My husband finally jumped on board with me. My best friend, she jumped on board with me. And some other people that I worked with, and we just started telling everybody. And by July 23rd I signed up in April. By July 23rd, I was able to leave my RN position to do Plexus full time. It was absolutely insane. Of course, everybody thought I was crazy. I went, when I put in my notice, my boss was crying and she was like, what are you doing? And I said, this is it. Like, I have to do this. This is what I'm supposed to do. I became a Emerald Ambassador with Plexus in September, so about 5.5 months, and I became a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus in 9 months. My husband is also an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus. He was able to leave his full-time position with FedEx to do Plexus full-time. And my daughter, she is a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus, and she's been able to leave her nursing job to do Plexus full-time and stay home with her babies. It's been just an absolute whirlwind. No idea, absolutely no idea that my life was going to turn out like this, because it's hard not to get emotional when something like this happens to you, and to your friends, to your family. It's really hard to not just cry all day long, because it's crazy. A little bit about, my why's changed so much since I started Plexus. At first, I want to help people feel better. Then the next thing is like, okay, I'm going to change my family's life. I'm going to do something that is going to change how we live every day. And it happened, absolutely happened. God had prompted us for a few years before I got involved with Plexus, prompted us to homeschool our son. And I have 3 daughters that are grown, and then my son, he's 12. And every time I thought about it, I felt so overwhelmed. I was like, I can't do that. There's no way I could do that. At the time, I'm, working full time as a nurse, I was like, I would be a complete failure. I can't do that. And now he surrounded me with all these homeschool mamas, all these people that came into my life and showed me how to do all of this. And now that became a part of our life. So many things that he had been prompting us for so long came to happen. And that was just, absolutely amazing for me to watch him work and watch him do so many things and to see it play out. Another part of my why now is, I've been able to watch so many of my friends and my family dream again, have hope again, to bring extra income into their family, to feel better, to have a happier and a healthier life, to, again, dream again, to leave their jobs, my best friends, we had 5 people from our office leave to do Plexus full time. My best friends, Tom and Jamie and Dexter, they do Plexus with us full time. They're both Senior Rubies. It's absolutely mind blowing what this company's done for our family. And traveling. I'm actually in St. Petersburg, Florida right now on a vacation. We get antsy. It gets winter and it's cold in Missouri. And my husband's like, oh my gosh, we need to go somewhere. And so we go on a lot of trips now, and we're able to do that. I work from anywhere, work with my phone, with my computer. And it's absolutely crazy. We just go when we want. We do what we want. Whatever God puts on our hearts, I have the time and I have the energy and I have the vision to do it, which has been really amazing. Relationships, another thing that Plexus has been such an incredible blessing is the relationships. I have friends. I did not know Michelle and Jeff before Plexus. Now they're great friends. I'm surrounded with people all over the United States that have just become the best friends, people that pray with you, pray for you, live with you, celebrate with you. I mean, it's just been absolutely amazing. And that has been one of the biggest blessings, I think, that I've definitely experienced. Freedom, freedom can mean so many things, and I didn't realize how chained I was to so many things because of my checkbook. Plexus is not just, sometimes it's really hard to explain. It's not just about money and having this great income that comes into your life. It's having the freedom to do the things that God wants you to do. Things that you want to do that you would never even considered or thought about before. And it's priceless. Having the time and the freedom to live your life in such a different way that you had to before. It's just been absolutely amazing. Some of the other perks that comes with Plexus is our Lexus. That I never had a new car. Never in my life had a new car before Plexus. When you turn Emerald, you get a Lexus to pick out, and they pay for it. It's really incredible. And that was something, going to pick out that car. And Hawaii, we didn't even take vacations really before Plexus at all. It was, go to the beach, stay so many miles away from the beach in a little hotel with my whole family. There were 6 of us in one room. That was our vacation. And now we go to Hawaii every year with our family. It's just been absolutely unbelievable. Let's see, some other things that I wanted to share with you. I don't know. I have so many things. I've been involved with Plexus now I'm getting ready to have my 4-year anniversary. And it's really hard to look back and just, I don't know, to think about it's easier for me to say what Plexus has not done for me than what Plexus has done for me. And I know that God gave me Plexus. I don't have a doubt about that one single bit. And that, is why I never feel bad about sharing what this company has to offer, what our products do for people, because it's been absolutely incredible. There's a lot of comments here. So let me see if I can focus. I get rambling on. I might could answer some questions if you guys have some questions. Let's see. Oh, someone said, I've tried being a salesperson and I've failed many times. Girl, oh my goodness. I mean, if somebody would have came to me and told me that I was going to be doing this, I would have said, you are absolutely crazy. As a nurse, we had to go to every week and do a report with the women that I worked with every single day, my friends. We had to go in there and sit and just give a report of the week. I literally would get sick to my stomach having to speak out loud. I mean, I was a good nurse, but the anxiety that I had going and speaking just during that meeting for that 20 minutes on every Thursday literally made me sick to my stomach. When Plexus came into my life, I just, oh my gosh, like I had to tell everybody. I could not keep my mouth shut. And that's been so incredible. All it is sharing, just sharing the excitement of what it's done for me. And God's made it very clear to me. That was one of the things that very clear to me is like, you cannot keep your mouth shut. And so that's absolutely been amazing. Let's see, first got started. How did you get people again? It was all excitement. I mean, people, first of all, I went from feeling depressed, exhausted, trapped to, oh my gosh, like I feel incredible. I had a glow about me. I started losing weight because everything just changed. I was drinking water. I was feeling better. I was eating better. I was happier. And people were like, what are you doing? What's going on? And that was it. Like just sharing what was going on with me and what was going on with my friends. That was it. Yes. Do I still take Plexus daily? Absolutely. Oh my gosh. One of the things that I think a lot of people get confused about is they think that Plexus is about weight loss. Yes, I have been able to lose weight with Plexus and to be able to fit into those jeans that I wanted to fit into and all that great stuff. But oh my gosh, it's so much more than that. I had no idea that I could feel like this. I had no idea that I could have the energy now that I didn't have before, to have a balanced life where I don't have those crazy cravings all the time, where, my blood sugar stays balanced, my gut is healthy, I don't feel bloated all the time. I will never, ever go a day without Plexus. I love the products. I love every single one of them. And before Plexus too, I was not a supplement girl. I was not someone that I didn't pay attention to any of that stuff. Yes, I was a nurse. I taught, what you should eat, all that good stuff, but I never paid attention to any of it. I'm an emotional eater. So of course, when you're depressed and you're tired, I was eating junk, whatever. Over the last 4 years, having Plexus as a tool in my life has changed how I buy food, has changed how I eat, the things that I want to put in my body. I still eat stuff that I, shouldn't eat, but do I eat it every day? Used to. I could eat chocolate every single day. We had the joke at our house. When Plexus came, the Hershey stock probably plummeted because me and my girls all were chocoholics. And once we started taking Plexus, we just didn't really want that anymore. And you change. It just changed for us. So that was really incredible. Trista, people comment that you're in a better mood. I absolutely get that. That was a biggie for me. I think that we're all so hung up sometimes on just the weight loss part, and that's what we're thinking, like, oh, if I could just lose weight, everything would change. When you start feeling better, when you go back and you're feeling like you felt when you were young, and you're not tired and you're not exhausted or you're not hurting, that is a big deal. To me, that is a bigger deal than even losing a pound, because it's crazy. It is. You don't realize sometimes how bad you feel until you start feeling good. And then it's like, oh my gosh, I don't ever want to lose this, ever. Let's see. Oh, Jackie, RN and retiring in a few months. And again, guys, I'm telling you, like this, I'm just on here sharing my story. I never dreamed I would be doing this. Like I said, if somebody told me this is what I would be doing, they would be crazy. All we do is talk to people. All I do is talk to my friends and family, people I run into. This is a rare thing every once in a while to get on and share with some of you guys and meet new people. I'm an ordinary person, absolutely ordinary person. I live a crazy life with my 4 kids. I have 3 grandbabies. I have 2 grandbabies on the way. And it's a crazy life. And it's an absolutely amazing journey. And personal growth is another thing that Plexus is huge. Just the personal growth that you experience while you're on this journey. I know I've been on here long enough, probably. I will let you guys go. But I just want to say, first off, Michelle and Jeff, thank you so much for inviting me on here tonight. And if I want you guys to make sure that you get with the person that invited you, and join them on this journey, because if you don't tell your friends and family about this company or about these products, someone else is going to. I promise you that. I promise you that. It's such an amazing opportunity. And thank you guys so much for jumping on here. I'll talk to you later. Bye.